Can you hear me, please? Oh. Good evening, sir. Mama.
Good evening, you're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, let's just be ready. We'll start at 12.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to AI Adventure for Kids webinar. I'm eager to have you all here today, and I hope you're also eager to be here today. So, today we are going to be teaching you about artificial intelligence, and I know that we are going to have a lot of fun today. So, my name is Praise, and I am your moderator for today, and I hope you have as much fun as I am today. So, start. So I'll be guiding you through this exciting journey of learning about AI for kids, and I'm thrilled to have you all here with me. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. So before we continue, I would like to just, call a few people to introduce themselves and tell me their name and where they are joining from. So I would be calling on to a few people now. And I would like you to just, unmute yourself and tell me your name and where you're calling from. Let's start with Candice. I think I have Candice here with me. Hi, Candice, can you hear me? Hello, Candice, can you hear me? Oh, I don't think she can. Okay, so just let me see if I can call someone else to introduce himself. Okay, I think I have Clifford here with me. Okay, hi, Candice.
Hello.
Hello. Good day,
Hello.
Candice.
Hello.
Hi, Demilade, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hi. So can you introduce yourself, please, and where you're calling from, your age, your grade, anything you can just give to us.
Okay. I'm calling from Canada. I'm in grade 8 and I'm 13 years old.
Oh, nice to meet you, Demilade. I hope you enjoyed the webinar for today, and I'm excited to have you here with me. So let's just have one more person because of time. Let's have Christiana. Hi, Christiana.
Right. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Christiana. Hi. Hello. What's your name and where are you calling from? Your age, your grade?
My name is Deborah.
Your name is what? I didn't get that.
Deborah.
Oh, Ebon. That's a nice name. Good to have you here.
Deborah.
So what's your age and your grade?
Hi.
All right, so moving on. I'm sure because of time, I cannot call everybody here today, but I'm sure that we are going to have a lot of great time together and we are still going to get to know each other in the boot camp. And yeah, I can see Olu requesting. I'm going to just call Olu and that'll be all. Okay, where's it?
What is it?
Hi, Olu. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Because of time, maybe all of us can just introduce ourselves in the comment section. How about that? You just introduce yourself, your name, your grade, and where you're calling from. Is that cool with you? Okay, yes. So let's move on. So today I have a very exciting thing to do today. And what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be guiding you through the exciting journey of learning artificial intelligence. And I am thrilled that all of you are here with me today. And for those that don't know, my name is Praise one more time. And I would like you to meet someone very important. Okay, two people actually. First, I have with me Mr. Samuel Adegoju. He is the founder of Edusify. And Mr. Samuel is a very passionate individual, a very passionate advocate, education advocate that loves to give children a very good hands-on experience on education. It takes education beyond the classroom. Fun, interactive, and just beautiful. Mr. Samuel has been doing this for many years now, and that's why he founded Edusify to, give kids out there opportunities to be creative, to express themselves more than the traditional classroom. And I know that you guys here with me today, all of you here with me today, you are going to love this webinar and you are going to have the opportunity to be creative with Edusify. We call you guys Edu Stars because you are our stars, and children are the future. We all are the future. And that's what Mr. Samuel saw in kids, that he wants to give this beautiful opportunity to every kid out there today. I also have with me a very important guest today. His name is Ridwan. Mr. Ridwan Ibiduni is your machine learning tutor. He is very knowledgeable when it comes to artificial intelligence, and he's going to be teaching you a lot about artificial intelligence today. And I am just as eager to learn a lot from Mr. Ridwan as you are. So what are you going to learn from the webinar today? You're going to learn to build your first chatbot. Isn't that exciting? I know I'm excited. So what are you going to expect today? You're going to discover how to design and build an AI. You're going to have hands-on experience in creating fun stories with artificial intelligence. And you're also going to have a walkthrough on how to train AI to recognize objects. You are going to have an expert guidance of Mr. Ridwan himself, our AI tutor, and you're going to have the time to ask Mr. Ridwan all the questions in the world. If I were you, I'm going to keep my questions with me so that immediately Mr. Ridwan finishes his session, I'm just going to give him with lots of questions. And what are the requirements for this? It's just simple, a computer or a laptop with internet access. You don't need any education or any knowledge whatsoever, or maybe any experience on artificial intelligence to learn how to build any of this. And you also have a fun and curious attitude. If you don't have a curious attitude, you might not be able to learn this, but I hope you have fun because I am going to have fun. So now I want you to get ready your questions. And as I introduce to you Mr. Ridwan, as I bring him over to take over. Hi, Mr. Ridwan, can you hear me? Please, you have the floor.
Hello, thank you very much, Praise, for that wonderful introduction. And I'm sorry for the hiccup. We had a little challenge here. Hello, kids. It's nice of you to have joined us today. My name is Ridwan Ibiduni, and I'll be your tutor for today. Please stop sharing, please. Hello everyone, once again. My name is Ridwan Ibiduni, and I will be your tutor for today's webinar. I would like to equip you guys with the skill to empower your superhero. How can you give your superhero the brain to think or the power to fly? I'm sure each and every one of us have one or two favorite superhero we are used to, maybe a Superman, maybe a Spider-Man, maybe a Batman. This superhero can fly up in the sky, but is it possible for you to train or to have a superhero that you can give this skill or give this power to fly? And that's what we are going to be exploring today in our webinar. A brief about myself, I'm Ridwan, and I've been teaching this AI coding and mathematics on YouTube for a while. I've also built some AI myself, AI that can read resume and help job seeker to match them with the job they are interested in. I've also had the opportunity to build a language learning app for my dialect, Yoruba to be specific. And of course, I like creating an AI generated meme. So to start with, Kate, let's see one of your superheroes and let's listen to what it tells us. As you can see in this case now, this is a superhero that says that it has been equipped with the latest technology that allows it to fly beyond the limit. This superhero can make it, this superhero can fly. Hello, can you hear me? Can
Yes,
you
we
hear
can hear
me?
you.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
we can
sorry
hear
for that.
you.
Do I have to start all over or should just continue?
Yes, let's continue. Thank you.
Okay. So I've just shown you your superhero and its ability to fly up in the sky. And I said that the technology that made this possible is the technology that we're going to be exploring today, which is the technology of AI. And I'm looking forward to you guys equipping your own superhero with this type of technology for it to fly up in the sky or for it to walk and think like we human do. So what if you could invent this superhero that is powered by AI? That's the question we are going to answer today. To start with, we are going to be training your first AI pet. We want to train a machine that can distinguish and identify that an image belongs to a dog and likewise an image belongs to a cat. It means that we are giving machine the power that is exclusively belongs to human. It's only human that can identify that an image is cat or dog. So we want to build a machine that will be able to do this. It means that we are transferring the power of human being to computer. So how do we do this? An individual that want to learn this type of skill would have been shown examples over the years. What I mean by that is that for me to identify that this animal is a cat or is a dog, I will have seen dog for a very long time. And that's the step we are going to be doing. And that's what we are going to be doing for that's what we are going to be doing for our machine. We will show it as many examples of this animal, and this will make it learn, and eventually is going to identify that the image is cat or a dog. So, and this is the concept of machine learning. Machine learning, which is a subset of AI, gives computer the ability to learn just like human learn. And this ability to learn just like human learn is gotten by showing it several examples. So let's explore this on this platform. So the platform we are going to be using to demonstrate this is a very simple and intuitive platform that was built by one of the machine learning engineer. It's called Machine Learning Engineer for Kids. So in this platform, we will be demonstrating what I've just explained now. We press on Get Started. You can either sign up or register, but this engineer made it possible for us to just access it without any sign up required. So I want to train a machine that will be able to classify and identify that the image that I've passed to it is a dog or a cat. I'm training my first pet AI. So I'm going to go to this template to get the data set that I'm using. As I've explained just now, if I'm to train a machine to identify any object, I have to give it different examples of this object. Now, in this particular case, the example of the object that I'm going to be giving it are the image of cat and the image of dog. So let's import this project. Another thing that we have to know is that when we are training a machine to learn, we have to set aside some set of data sets, and this data set, they are called the test data set. The data set that I'm going to be using to train the machine, we call it the training data set. And the one that I'm going to use to test after I have trained the machine is called the test data set, to test the performance of this particular machine. So in that case, according to the standard of machine learning, we are going to set aside 20% to test the performance after I've finished training my model. So you test with 20%, you are training with 80%. Why? Because you need a lot of examples for the machine to learn from. So let's continue. So we are now building our data set now. Our data set is now ready. This is going to be done for us automatically. The platform is going to handle the assignment and the segregation of the classes separately, automatically. So we can see the pictures of cat in different posts now. We can see the picture of dog in different posts now. So these are the two data sets that has automatically been assigned for us by this platform. Then the next thing is to build our model or to train our model. What does that mean? We have set aside 17 examples for cat and 15 examples for dog. And these two examples is going to be used to train our model. So we are going to click on this, train new machine learning model. So we are training our model now. Let's wait a bit. It's training behind the scene. There are a lot of computation that is done behind the scene to train the model. Now the model have finished training, of course. Then how do we test if the model can identify an image that is cat or an image that is dog? So you can see here, we can download our test data set, which we set aside when we were rationing our data set initially. So let's open up this, which is the test data set. Okay. I think it should be here. Yeah. This is the test data set. I will open it up here. So let's see if our model will be able to classify this image, which has been labeled as dog. Can it correctly recognize it as a dog? Then we paste it here. Can it correctly recognize it as a dog? So now it gives us an answer that it is a dog with 100% confidence. Let's try another example. Let's get a cat image. All of these images they are gotten from Wikipedia, of course. Then we will pass it to our model to check if it can correctly label this as a cat. So it also labeled this as a cat. So this is an example of a machine that can readily identify one animal, a cat, from another animal. So that's the first demonstration of how to train a machine to identify objects. So let's quickly move on to another case study. So the second step of our implementation is to train an AI that will act as a detective. Instead of using the ready-made data sets that we have been provided with on the platform Machine Learning for Kids, now we want to gather our data set ourselves. This is the case of a machine learning engineer. This is what we really do in real world. For us to train a machine to learn, we will gather our data set ourselves, and it is the data set that we will use to train the machine. Then after we train the machine, of course, we are to test the performance of the machine, which I've just done with the example that I did now. Then after testing it, in some cases, you will have to improve the performance if it is not giving you what you want. So let's try and use another platform to implement this. So this platform is called Teachable Machine, and this was built by Google. We are going to be gathering two data sets. The data set is going to be my face. I'm going to be using image project. The data set is going to be my face. I'm going to name it Ridwan face. I'm going to name it Ridwan face. That is my face. Okay. And the second class that I'm going to be gathering is the book. I'm going to be gathering a data set of book. Now let's gather my face first. So if I'm to gather my face, I'll be using my webcam to gather my face. This is like I'm gathering the data set that I'm going to use to train the model. Then I'll hold on to this. Then I'll be moving my face in different direction to get different posture of my data set. So as you can see from the previous example we show, the image has to be in different dimensions so that it's going to identify that this is still the face of human being, but it's in different dimension. So of course, that's for the first class, read one face. Then the second class is a book. So I want to gather data set for my book. So I'm going to move it, tint it in different direction. So one thing we will notice is that the number of data sets has to be very close to themselves. This one is 1/10 sample, and this one is 1/18 sample. So I've gathered my two data sets now that will be used to train my model. To train my model, I'm just going to click on this button to train my model. Of course, if I'm to look at all the other thing that is required to train the model, I can change these parameters, but that will be explained better, and we can learn this in details in our bootcamp. So I've trained the model, and now I have my results immediately displayed here. And as you can see, my face is being recognized by the machine learning. The machine learning is a detector now. It can detect my face with 100% confidence. Then if I put this, of course, this is a book, and it detects it with what? 100% confidence. That's another power of machine to detect item by training with this item from scratch, and it can detect it immediately. So moving forward swiftly now, the last aspect that I'm going to show you today is one of the most important and latest technology of artificial intelligence. I'm sure some of us must have heard about ChatGPT. So this is a chatbot that I just built recently. It's a mini chatbot that can help you write story. If I want to write poem about Superman, I want to write poem about Batman, for instance, and I want to post it to my friends on Twitter, on Instagram, if you are using Instagram. So this particular chatbot can do this in a very short time. So let's see how that was. Of course, during the question and answer section, you can give me a story that you want me to write about. I'm going to give the model, and it's going to do it for you. So let's explore this. So let's say I want to write a post on social media. Let's say I want to write a poem about Superman. So we can tune this, we can change this tune, we can change the length of words that we need, and we can give it more creativity. So we have it generating content now. By pressing that, it's working, it's generating content, it's doing a lot of computation behind the scene. It's going to give us that. So we can see Superman. You can see a lot of things written about him. I'm sure some of you are familiar with Superman and you like Superman as a superhero. So it's a poem that you can just post to your friend on Twitter or other social media. And of course, you can download this. I can download this as a test. I can share it with you if you want for you to read about your favorite superhero. So these are some of the strengths of AI, the capability of AI that we intend to explore during the bootcamp in detail. And we intend to equip you with this skill and this knowledge for you to be able to do or build something on your own, equip your superhero with some skills and the ability to do wonderful things. So today, we have taught AI to learn like human being. How? By showing it example of cat and dog. That is the way we human being learn. If I want to teach you how to multiply 2 times 2 or how to do multiplication table, I will teach you by showing you several examples of these questions. Another thing we have done is to train our AI to be detective, to spot and identify items and distinguish them. Then also we are able to use AI to write story by just giving it the title of the story you want to write. So with this, you are moving on with the skill and power to build a superhero that you can direct the way you want. So a brief about myself again. This is my platform on Edusify, and of course you can learn more about me on this platform. I have background in mathematics and I'll be hosting the bootcamp that will cover all the details and teach you this skill, just like I've also learned it myself to be your own, to be a machine learning and AI engineer in future. So if you want to learn more about me, of course, this is other social media that you can use to explore more about my work. So if you have any question, I'll be happy to take that. So praise over to you and thank you for your listening attention.
All right, so thank you very much, Mr. Ridwan, for the very short and great presentation. I can see that Ayodeji has his hands raised up. Ayodeji, do you have any question whatsoever? You can raise up your hands or you can use the comment section for whatever question you like so that you can ask Mr. Ridwan as many questions as possible. So Ayodeji, you have the floor.
Ayodeji.
Hi, Ayodeji,
Yes.
can you hear me? All right.
Yes. Can
great.
you create like a video out of these tools to make poems and stories?
Okay, so Mr. Ridwan, you have a question from Ayodeji stating that, can you curate a video to make poems and stories using artificial intelligence?
Yeah, definitely that can be done. If I get your question correctly, you want me to share a video that demonstrates how to create these chatbots. I hope that's what you are asking, Ayodeji.
I don't
But
know.
in any case, it is possible we will do that, and we hope to do that extensively during the chatbots to walk you through the step-by-step, code needed and implementation needed to create your chatbot that you can also work with personally on your own. You can change to anything, you can write anything about it, you can write anything you like using the chatbot. Definitely, this
Oh,
is what we are looking up to do in the bootcamp. Thank you for the
okay.
question, Ayodeji.
You're
All
welcome.
right, so Ayodeji, have your question been attended to? Or do you
Yes.
see? All right, that's great. So I'm going to call on Olu now. Olu has his hand raised or her hand raised.
Hello.
Hi.
Di- is artificial intelligence good for other websites?
Is artificial intelligence what? Can you repeat the question, please?
Is it good for other websites?
It's artificial.
Olu, I'm with you. Go on.
Is artificial intelligence good for other websites like other coding links or stuff?
I don't quite get your question, Olu, but artificial intelligence is very powerful and it can be used in any website. So it's very powerful. There is no restriction to artificial intelligence. In fact, artificial intelligence is also placed in Google websites. It is placed in major websites. It helps you search better and it's everywhere. So it's very powerful. I hope that answers your questions.
Oh, yeah, that answers my question.
Okay, thank you.
All
The
right,
next
thank you
person.
very much, Olu. Now I'm going to be calling on, I think I called on Abiodun already. I'm going to be calling on Nife. Hi, Nife, can you ask your question?
Are we going to be making games with this website?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Yeah, one of those things, one of the projects we will be doing is making games, but basically we'll be making games using Python and AI will also be used, of course, but majorly we'll be making games in the bootcamp.
Okay.
All right, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank
I hope that answered your question, Nife. I'm going to be calling on Jeremy now. Jeremy, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Hi, Jeremy. I can hear you. Okay. While we wait for Jeremy, I'll call on Press Balogun to unmute himself and ask his question. Hi, Press. Hello.
I
Hi, you raised your hand. I'm guessing you have a question. So,
I think we should move to the next person.
all right. So we also have let's see with me. I don't know who this is, but I'm going to mute you. I'm just seeing an A dot here. But if you're the one and you can recognize that, you can just, speak.
Hello. My question is,
Please, can you say your name? I didn't quite get your name.
I think that's Abiodun.
Okay, I guess it's Abiodun. I guess Abiodun already asked this question.
no, my name is Fimi. I'm using your mom's name. I'm using my mom's name.
Oh, okay. So please, can you say your name and your question? If you're using your mom's name after I call on your mom's name, please can you introduce yourself, just your name and your question?
My name is Fimi, and my question is, what's the website to make the like robots that move by AI. Like
So, so you are interested in a website that can help you create robots?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. I can see that you are interested in learning the most impressive part of AI. Definitely, the website will be shared with you later, but then I'm sure that during our boot camp, we will expose you to this type of what implementation of AI, and then obviously you will learn a lot.
yes. Thank you.
Thank you for the
All
question.
right, thank you very much, Simeon. That's a nice name you got there. I'm calling on Stephanie. Oh, she left already. Okay, I'm calling on Praise. Praise Olatokpe to ask his question. Hi, Praise. Can you? All right.
I can hear you.
All right. This is your name, please. I guess that's not your name.
Yeah.
Or
Go
maybe your
ahead, please.
question.
So my question is, can you make websites like ChatGPT or Gemini using artificial intelligence?
Yes, that's a very interesting question. Thank you for the question, please. I have the website I showed you last in my last presentation. I mean, the presentation that I just conclude. I showed you a small mini chatbot that work like ChatGPT that can help you write poems. So that is a similitude of ChatGPT. So these are the aspects or some of the concepts we hope to cover in the bootcamp, in the long 9 months bootcamp that we hope to expose you to how to create this chatbot, and you will learn a lot, and you'll be able to create something that looks like ChatGPT or Gemini. And this is a very interesting skill in our modern world. I hope to see you in the bootcamp, please.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I hope that answered your question. So I'm going to call on Bukola now to please say your question. Hi, Bukola. Okay, since Bukola is not available now, I'll call on Dave to say his question.
Can we do we go to the link?
Can you say that again, please?
We go to the link.
The link, you want to see the website I've shown you, right?
I don't see the link.
Which link? The link to the chatbot that I showed you?
Yeah.
Or which one? Okay. I can share that with you if you would like to see that. I can share it with you in the chat box. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'll share it with you now so that you can explore it.
All right, that's great.
So you can check the chat now. I've pasted the
I see
link
it.
there. All right, good.
All right, so I'm calling on to Jaden. Please, Jaden, unmute yourself and ask your question. Hi, Jaden.
I have a question. Will the presentation slides be shown to us?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you, Jaden, for that. Definitely, I can share the
Well,
presentation slide.
my name is Jesse right now.
All right, Jesse, the
Yeah.
presentation slide can be shown to you, and I hope to show you more than the presentation slide in the bootcamp. So I'll share the presentation slide with you if you would like to go through it or explore
Okay.
it further.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to be taking just two more questions. And that will be the end of the question and answer session. Just 2 more questions, and I'm going to be calling on to Terence. If I got that correctly, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
I'm sorry for the presentation slide is now in the chat.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay, then I would call on Jeremy to unmute himself and ask his question. Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. Can you hear me? Okay, let's have Ephraim. After Ephraim, I think we'll be done with that. Hi, Ephraim.
Hi.
Hi. What's your question, please?
I wanted to ask, when is the boot camp?
Okay, so the boot camp is going to commence first week of March.
Oh.
Yeah. We are going to be sharing more details on that. You can just stay for more updates on the boot camp. So I'm going to call on Ogo Oluwa. Hi, Ogo Oluwa. You are the last person I'm talking to for question and answer. Good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Hi, good evening.
Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I
Hello.
can. Hello.
I have a question.
Okay, shoot.
Can I?
Yeah. You have the floor.
Hello, I have a question.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Ridwan that which app can I download on my Android phone to practice more on this AI webinar?
That's a very wonderful question, Ogoluwa, and I like your curiosity. I will be sharing the app with you, I think, after this session. But then I will I will advise you to join the webinar so that you have more guidance for a very long, months, and you'll be able to navigate yourself the way yourself. So I would strongly advise that you have a more guided practice instead of just downloading the app. Of course, I will share the app with you probably after the section.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much,
Okay.
sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ridwan, for this wonderful moment. I'm sure we all had fun with Mr. Ridwan. I know I had fun. And so I'm going to be calling on briefly the founder of Edify, Mr. Samuel, that put all of this webinar in place so that kids like you can have hands-on experience and things like this for free. And he's also going to be, sharing a lot more about what he does and, the boot camp and everything that you need to know, everything you're curious about the boot camp. I'm going to be calling on Mr. Samuel now, the founder of Edify. Let's give him a round of applause if you can. You can just use the clap icon in comment section.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I believe everybody can hear me. Ridwan, if you can share your screen. Thank you. I think maybe I can put spotlight on myself. So I want to welcome everyone and I want to thank you for joining today's webinar. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation, for joining the webinar. I appreciate every one of you for coming, and I hope you were able to learn something from the brief presentation that was made by the tutor, by the teacher. So, as we all know that AI is the in thing now, is the buzzword now, AI, So I believe a lot of you are looking forward to learning more about how this AI, how you can also build your own AI chatbot. You can build your own AI projects, even going ahead to build something very wonderful, for yourself and for others. Yeah, for from the 1st of March, we plan to start a boot camp that's going to focus on machine learning and AI. And I don't know if Praise can share the landing page of that with everyone, or maybe I can share it. Me, let me share the landing page. Give me 1 minute. I believe everyone can see this landing page. So this is the landing page where we want you to express interest in this program. So the program is going to be based on we are dividing into 3 phases. So the first phase is you are going to be taught the foundation of Python and chatbot concepts. So as you know, maybe I don't know whether but most of the AI models are actually based on Python language. So the goal of this bootcamp is to teach you, introduce you to Python, to teach you how to use that for machine learning, for AI purposes. And the second phase is integration of AI into Streamlight. So I don't know if Ridwan can talk a little bit about this. So
Yeah,
that you can,
definitely.
yeah.
Thank you for that, sir. Yeah, based on what he has just introduced to you, I will just give an example of what I've just explained to you now. I showed a chatbot that is used to write a poem. That chatbot was hosted on the cloud platform called Streamlit. So it is this Streamlit that made it possible for you to access the chatbots all over the world. So it's a very powerful uh, front end, app. You don't need to learn JavaScript or HTML, but with this Streamlit, you can share your AI, you can host it, and anybody can access it across the world. You can share it with your friends. So it's a very powerful technology that we have to learn as AI developer, and that's what you'll be learning in this bootcamp.
Yes, and then the third phase is you go from beginner to advanced. So the advanced chatbot development is the third phase. So and as you graduate from the phase 1 to phase 2, you get certificate of completion, and then you can show that to your friends and family. And also the last one is here you build a full-fledged AI-powered storyteller, just like ChatGPT that he mentioned. So that's that. So you build block by block. You understand the fundamentals of Python, which is the language that is used. And then, of course, you'll be able to host it on Streamlit in the second phase. And the third phase is where you implement the chatbot. But you'll be having a lot of projects, even in every phase. So I don't know if anybody has any question about this before I continue. I can drop the link to this in the in the chat for everyone to. You can click on it. Okay. So we can talk about the pricing, and you can reach out to us to discuss that. We can, yeah, as a parent, or you can talk to your parents to talk about the pricing with us, and then we can work on we can work something out for you. We have discounts at the moment for the next 6 days on this boot camp. So I don't know if there's any question from the audience or from the parents.
Question is, when is the boot camp starting?
1st of March. That's the plan. 1st of March. March 1st. I think someone can type it in the chat. Any other question? Why are you playing these three together? Okay, well, yeah, that's about that. So I also want to say that we have other programs apart from. Someone asked a question about Java and Python. Do you want to say something about that? Read one. I don't think Java is used for machine learning and all these things.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. Okay. Thank you for that. Python is the primary language for AI, is the dominant language. And of course, I take Python classes on Edusify also. Personally, you can check out my profile on Edusify to register with me and book a full, complete learning experience with me. So, and I'll be happy to have you. I also teach Java. If you're interested in Java, I'm also good in Java. I have some courses that I have done on Java too. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for that question. Usually, the language that is actually used for machine learning and AI and everything is Python. I would recommend that you guys register for the bootcamp and also make inquiries about Python classes. We have a lot of Python classes ongoing. So if you are interested in also taking some Python classes aside from the bootcamp, just reach out to us and let us know. Python is very, very wonderful and is very useful for a lot of applications. It's not just AI. It's used for web scraping. It's used for web development. It's used for industrial application. So if you can learn Python and you know Python, there's a lot of opportunities for you in the future. You can actually build your own, your own SaaS product, software as a service product, if you are very good with that. So I think it's a good opportunity if you start now with Python. You learn Python. Another language that we offer that is also very important or very good for building applications is JavaScript. So we recommend that you take JavaScript classes with us. As a matter of fact, JavaScript is very, very good. Python and JavaScript are the two most popular programming languages in the world. They are very, very popular, JavaScript and Python. So you can just take JavaScript classes, take Python classes. You can use them to build a lot of applications, which you will find to be very fun. Okay. Is there any other question? Someone said, what about someone said Minecraft. Is Java like Java Minecraft 2025? Yeah, that could be it. And another person said, what about R? Yes, R is very similar to, is also a programming language, although it's not very popular. And it's very similar to when you have Ruby, Java, Python, JavaScript, all these things. But I must tell you the truth, R is not very popular. It's not very, very popular. So if you want to learn something, I would recommend that you learn something that is popular, that is in demand, Another thing is that you have to also think of something that is a language you're learning and something you can apply and that is in demand. It's important that you do something that is in demand. Someone said, Praise said he knows, or he or she knows JavaScript already. So are you a beginner or intermediate or advanced on JavaScript? So that's the question, you know. So yeah, so that's the thing. I hope you're having thinking about it. It seems like yeah. So just keep your question coming. I mean, we offer a lot of different programming languages. Like we also offer web development with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript as well. You can learn that. That's the fundamental of building web apps. So that's that. So we have that too. You can register with us. We have discounts, and our prices are very, very competitive. So if money is what you are thinking about, our prices are competitive. You'll be surprised. So, but the most important thing is that we want to make sure that we give value. Value is more important, right? So just reach out. Let's set your classes up to set you up for the future of web development, artificial intelligence, programming generally. You can do programming. It doesn't matter what you study at the university level. Even as a psychologist, you can still do programming. And there's a lot of application. As a nurse, you can learn programming. And there's a lot of application to that. As an engineer, you can use programming. So the computer is become like a second nature to our daily life, right? All right, so we are about to bring this to a close because we plan to have this for 1 hour today, because we know that a lot of you have other activities and other things to do today. So in the absence of any other question, I would like to hand over to Praise to close it. Or does anyone have any other thing to say? You have any other thing to say? Just let me know.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sam. So I see you all have questions. I can see some people raising their hands.
Sorry. Someone said, how does the parent reach out? So we can drop the phone number here if you want. You can the parents can call this number, or yeah. Okay. All right. We're doing the okay. All right, you can continue.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sam. So during the course of the short, beautiful time we had with Mr. Sam, talking about various type of things that Edusify has to offer, we had about a lot of people raise their hands, and because of the time, I'm just going to call on 3 people that I've not called on before. I'm going to be calling on to Clifford, Zuriel, and Ayodeji to unmute themselves and ask their questions. After that, I think that'll be all for questions. So, Zuriel, you have the floor.
What is the boot camp?
Okay, thanks for that question, Zuriel. This boot camp is a place whereby you are going to learn extensively about AI. They're going to teach you a lot of things in the bootcamp. This webinar is just like introductory stage to what AI is all about. And AI, that's a very large scale. And you're going to be taught all of that in the bootcamp. You're going to be taught a lot of things. You're going to be interested in a lot of things. And the bootcamp is commencing on the 1st of March, 2025. So that's just what the bootcamp is all about. You are going to have like this learning where you learn with your teacher on how he's going to put you through a lot of learning of how to, make use of AI, how to create so many things using AI. You get what I'm saying?
But where is it?
The boot camp is going to be online, and we are going to pass out information across to your parent. Please make sure you tell your parent. For those that are interested in the boot camp, it's going to be so beautiful. Please tell your parent to check out their email for our messages. And if they don't get our email, they should please check their spam box so that they can at least get our messages. That way, you're not going to miss out on the boot camp, and it's going to be great. I look forward to having all of you around. So, Clifford, you have the floor.
Hello.
Hi, Clifford.
Hello. I'm using my dad's account.
You said?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
So what's your question, please?
How long is the boot camp?
Okay, so we have the boot camp is going to be for 9 months extensively. We have it broken down into 3 phases, just like Mr. Sam came up here to say. We have it broken down. We have the beginners, we have the advanced, and we have the intermediate class. So that depends on what you want to learn. I mean, you can start to learn for the first 3 months. You're going to be real good at it as a beginner, but who wants to go for beginner when there's intermediate? You get it. So that's like a 9-month extensive training for a boot camp. So did I answer your question? All right. So I think Ayodeji is off already, and that'll be all for tonight. Hello, can you hear me? Who is?
Hello?
Oh, Clifford, I can still hear you.
When are we gonna start making games?
Making games, that depends on your tutor, and how that depends on how well you take your boot camp. You're going to start making games at the boot camp. Your tutor is going to teach you everything about making games at the boot camp. So make sure you do not miss the boot camp. The boot camp is going to be very exciting. It's going to be very, very nice. So make sure you do not miss the boot camp.
But when is it gonna start?
When is it going to what?
Start.
1st of March. The boot camp commences 1st of March.
I wonder what his problem is.
So that's where the boot camp commences. So how to get started? You are just going to, there's a call that's been dropped. There's a number that's been dropped to where you can talk to us at any time. Anytime you want, you can just reach out to us. But we have a discount for the very first 6 days for those that are going to be joining the bootcamp. You can jump on the discount right now. So the first step is for you to visit this website to sign up, or you pick a plan. After that, you're going to be connected to an onboarding officer from Edify who will reach out to you and walk you through the process. Then the third step is that you're going to start your sessions and enjoy your learning. Then after that, the great part of it is you're going to get official certification. You're going to get certified upon completion of your program. And that's going to be very, very, very nice. So please make sure you tell your parents to check their email box, including their spam folder for our messages. I'm stressing it enough now. Please check your email box. We're going to be sending out emails to your parents and tell them to, check their spam folders as well. In case they don't get our message on their inbox, tell them to check their spam folders for our messages. It's great to have you all tonight, and I'm so eager. I'm so excited. And I know you had a fun time with Ridwan. I had a fun time with him too. And I hope I see you guys at the boot camp. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming.